They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And some room to maneuver. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. Now the rookie from NC State, this is Naeem Hines. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. An early test for this defense. Here we go on third and inches. Here's Cousins. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Steve McClendon able to drop it for a loss of 12, and it'll be fourth down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 15. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jets will take over first and 10. On first down, Darnold. And his first look is incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Darnold from the gun. Going up top. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 13.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. And this one's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Done.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Taken from just outside the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a first carry for the former Cleveland Brown, Isaiah Crowell. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. A first down throw, Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
What part do they run empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
him. No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, receiver. Yellow.
2nd down, Cousins. Flushed out right. Oh, now he'll try it. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
We're going. Let's go. Race it. Check. Black. Yellow.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Wide. Bird. Gun.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. And incomplete on the deep ball. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it's 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
We're going. Let's go. Hey, receiver. Hey, flipper.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Doyle. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Darnold on first down. He finds an opening past the 40. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Sometimes it seems like a tough world out there. Many thought Sam Darnold would go number 1 overall to the Browns, and he fell to number 3 to the New York Jets. I think he fell to a great situation. He gets to go to New York with a rebuilding team, take over the job right then and there.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Jabal Sheard in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Back to throw, Darnold. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Dumps off to Powell. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. A huge play that time for the Colts. 48 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Yellow, yellow. It's in there. Yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow. Black, black. Move, move. Black.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this is caught at the 8. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Here we go. Let's go, let's go. Yellow. First.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New York set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On first down, it's Darnold. And this is caught by Curse. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first and 10, Darnold. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Al Woods in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Here's Darnold now on second down. Steps away to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Following the interception, Cousins going deep here for Bryant. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into Jet territory. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Here's Hines on the toss play. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Wide.
Cousins now on second down. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Cousins from the gun on third. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Chester Rogers, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And another timeout taken by the Colts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. Throwing, Cousins. Caught left side by Hilton. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Cousins. Going deep here for Bryant. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Darnold, eluding the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete. Quincy Anoon with the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. He's going to air one out. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Darnold now to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Jabal Sheard in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Black. Gone. 3 on black. Go ahead, go ahead. Let's 50.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Wide. Black.
Play action now. Cousins. Looking deep for Hilton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. A final shot before the break. Darnold escaping the pressure right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So out now come the Jets. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Darnold from the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Anderson. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. He got 29 yards that time. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A gain of 39 that time.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down. But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They go play action. Cousins. Incomplete.
But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Go ahead, go ahead. Hey, Clipper, Clipper. Slow. Ringo. Here we go. Rhino.
Throwing is Cousins. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at about the 28. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. New York set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about
that. Super toe.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Buying time to his left. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Darnold on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Now let's go.
Throwing again is Darnold. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw on second down is Darnold. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The Jets on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
And Myers able to knock it through. And a second field goal here gets them back within 11 now. It's 17-6. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Colts getting ready to go. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. They go play action here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Darren Lee picks it. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. This is the running back, Powell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
On second down, Darnold. It's caught on the left side by Curse. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter.
Here we go now.
On first down, Darnold. Flushed out right. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Isaiah Crowell, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
Hurry up, here we go.
Here's Darnold being chased out left. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points that gets him back within a field goal. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Ebron caught left side. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Man open right side. It's Rodgers. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 39 that time. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go, 48. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Rhino. Zebra, zebra, zebra. Like that.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
Rhino, Rhino! Hey, Clifford! Zebra! Rhino!
Cousins again. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. Got an open man, it's a Nunwa. Give him 30 yards there. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him. And he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here's Darnold now on second down. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Following the interception, Cousins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. The hunt. Ready? Leave it. Bring up 48.
Now a carry from Mack. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. To throw is Cousins. And he's got Rodgers. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down. Cousins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Cousins. And he rifles one incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Black.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Bryant with a catch right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Here we go. Wide. Line out. Zebra. Gun. Bingo.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And this is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Chester Rogers, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Important extra point up and through, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Darnold now to throw. Anunu's got it, complete. A good pick up there at 20 yards. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now it's Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Darnold. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's go. Green.
And the blitz does come. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he'll be taken down deep into Indianapolis territory. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. Now Darnold. And he will find his man on the outside. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Again, Darnold. Stepping up, and it's a touchdown for the Jets. Sam Darnold, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
They'll try to close it out now. Cousins here to throw. Looking deep for Hilton. This is caught at the 20. And he'll be down deep into Jet territory. A big play there for Indy. 46 yards. Here's Cousins. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Colts pick it up. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys? This is Hines.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing here, Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Colts, it'll be a much happier locker room here as they get that first win after 5 straight losses to start the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.